Howdy folks, I hope you're well. So welcome to everybody that's watching. I'm watching people in the group. Copath Lost, Darren Dayson, Jeffrey Abel's there. How you doing, Jeffrey? Darren Dayson saying hello. Aaron Callup's watching. Jamie Lyndhurst and Michael Willis is watching. Michael Thewson Larson's watching. Adam Glass is watching too. Thanks for watching, folks. So thank you. Right, let's crack on. We've got some results to go through first, and let's get them done now. So we've got the first result is one second, sorry. The first result is not that one, it's that one. So congratulations to P&J Bowl, flying in the, one second guys, it's really hard for me to read this, Dromore Homing Society, Maypole Park. 11 members sent 644 birds, of which 25 were clocked. P&J Bowl took the first three with Jeff Greenaway taking fourth. P&J Bowl 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Jeff Greenaway 10th, dominating P&J Bowl in the top 19 there. Well done to you for that. The next one that we have got is Mr. A. Human. This is at the Bude Racing Pigeon Club, and it's from Purbeck. Race on the 6th of June. 7 members sent 73 pigeons that were liberated at 8:45. And Mr. A. Human take the first, second. Mr. D.A. Cook take the third. Thomas Thorne Brothers, took the 4th and 5th. Mr. D.A. Cook taking the 6th. Mr. Human again in at 7th. And well done to them. The next one we've got is the Bray Invitation Racing Pigeon Club. M&N Cahill took top spot. John McDermott and Sons took 2nd and 3rd. Cahill family took the 4th, 5th. P&C McKay took the 6th. Jason O'Brien took the 7th, and Davis and Callap took the 8th. Cahill Loft taking the 9th. Well done to them. And that was over at the Bray Invitation, flying from Mallow, and Alan Coap, well done for getting 8th. You were a regular viewer of the show, so thank you for sending that in. The next one we've got is the Trim Racing Pigeon Club, sending from Mallow as well. 12 members sending 177 birds, and Herbie Thorpe and partner swiped the top 14 positions there. Keith Nolan and Sons 15, 16, 17, and Herbie Thorpe taking 18th, Ian Larney taking 19th and 20. The next one is Little Hampton Racing Pigeon Club from Lyndhurst. Brown and Wickenden took the first. D. Bridger took 2nd. This is 11 members sending 288 pigeons. Brown and Wickenden dominating the top 10 spots, with D. Brigger and A. McCallum, going in at 5th. So well done to you guys. And then we've got some USA action. This is a result that I didn't read last week out, unfortunately. But Glemser took the first and second, NR Fox third and fourth. And like I said, this is an American club from Morrisonville in Virginia, and that's where they were flying from. And well done. I know that's a New Jersey club. So that was the 200-mile race, and then Glemser also took the top two spots at the 150-mile race from Winchester over in the USA as well. And well done to you. So they're the results that I got this week. Remember, if you want your results reading out, just say so, and send them over to me by 5 o'clock. I did actually have a late result in, so I haven't got it on the screen to share, but Stephen O'Brien sent me the Shankill result in from Thurles, and the first prize was Mick McCaven's son, flying at 12.14 yards per minute. Second, Anthony McDonald. Third, Stephen O'Brien, who sent me the results in. Thank you, Stephen. Fourth is Jerry Tyndall. Fifth, Jerry Tyndall. Sixth, seventh, and eighth, Stephen O'Brien. Jerry Tyndall taking 9th and 10th spots. So well done to Mick and Mick Jr. at the Shankill result from Thursday. That was a late comer. That's why I haven't got any screen cap. He sent me that just as I was starting the show, but I wanted to read it out anyway. So they're the results for this week, and well done to everyone for those. Right, I've got a few more things to talk about before getting into the main thing I want to talk about. And one of the things that I was doing when I was just scanning Facebook is I saw a post which I wanted to share on the show tonight. For those of you who don't know Kyle Douglas, I'm going to tell, just give me a second, guys. I'm going to explain this in a minute, but weirdly...
we have a £20 bid with Matt. Any advances on 20?
I'll explain what I'm doing in a minute. It's something I wanted to tell you about, which I'm going to talk about in a minute.
He's put it on sale at £20. Any advances on 20? We've got 25 with Mark Larford.
I'm actually, and this is very unprofessional, but I'm going to tell you about this in a minute. I'm actually bidding on a Pigeon at the moment, which I want to tell you about the auction of. Let's just see if I win it. But while I see if I win that, so those of you who know Kyle Douglas knows that he works very hard with strays. He travels around the country picking up strays and looking after them. And sorry guys, I've just been outbid. Do I want to go more? No, I don't. Right. So, Kyle Douglas works tirelessly. He's only young. He's going to university in September. He works tirelessly for homing strays, right? He has done for a long time, and he houses strays and tries to get them for back to people, basically. And about an hour and a half or whatever ago, he said the following, as you can see. Right, this is something I feel I need to say. Today I've had non-stop running around and collecting strays that are all lost from all over from Northumberland all the way to Birmingham and Sheffield. I have been in contact with every single one, and there was only 1 out of 10 that said they want it back. Rest have said throw it up when they have been missing from Saturday. Yes, I understand that couriers are expensive now, but it's beyond a joke. Why should I feed them up on my own accord and get them into condition to liberate when I know a lot of them don't stand a chance of getting home? For example, one was liberated in Dorset on Saturday from Birmingham, and it's come miles past, and it's a razor blade. Honestly, debating stopping altogether due to me spending all my time sorting them out while I have other stuff to do, but I designate my time to getting them home. Now, how sad is that? And what reflection is that? It just doesn't make any sense. It does make sense in that people are lazy and don't want their strays back. But as we've already talked about, one, it's your responsibility to get strays back, and two, many a stray has gone on to win some big races. And they're not people. 1 out of 10 people have arranged to pick it up, and the rest said put it up. So Kyle is nearly looking to give her up, and he's been doing this forever, for a long time, getting strays back, and he's had enough. He's had enough of people just not caring, and I think it's wrong. And I think, like some of the comments on that post said, you know, these people should be reported to their associations. I think it's wrong, and I think we should be supporting people like Kyle, who out of his own pocket and his own expense picks these pigeons up, feeds them, getting them into condition, ready for them to go back to their owners. It's unbelievable. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And again, something else that is wrong with the sport, and it needs to change. It really does need to change. So that's my little rant there about 1 out of 10 people actually bothered to get their strays back, and the rest just said put them up, and they don't stand a chance. And like Kyle said, it's a razor blade, and it's not going to change anytime soon. I will be back in 1 minute. I was that busy before starting the show that all this water I'm drinking is way too. So we're going to have a non-commercial break, and you will see me back in a minute. And in the meantime, you can look at. I'm going to try my very best to show you while I'm quickly doing what I got to quickly do. I'm going to show you. How can I do that? That won't work. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Right. I'll be back in 1 moment. Sorry, folks. Not very professional, but I needed to concentrate, and I couldn't concentrate. Right, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell you about something that's been going on. One second, I'm just getting this ready. So, hang on, I'm getting there. Just got to clear my other chats. So, I'm going to show you, at risk of harming my viewership, but I like it, so I'm going to do it anyway. This is a pigeon auction that used to be held on a Friday at 7 o'clock. And what I have to be honest, and if anybody wants to join this live now, I'm going to send you the video. So it's based on WhatsApp, right? And it's based on WhatsApp, and I'm going to put the link out into the group. So if you're watching this on the group, on the RPI group, I'm posting the link now to join the auction now. Now, don't just leave the show. Watch the show whilst you're looking at this on your phone on WhatsApp. When it first started, I thought, I don't know, that it'd be a pain in the backside. An auction on WhatsApp. Now, this was set up by Jason, and Jason Winkup, I think it is. And after a couple of weeks, I really liked it. Basically, Jason just set it up while we're in lockdown to give people something to do. And initially, I didn't like the voice messages on WhatsApp, but I actually quite like it now because it's simple and you know what's going on. I just wanted to give it a shout out. Now, this used to be on a Friday, and over the last 3 or 4 weeks, Andy and I have actually found ourselves looking forward to this auction on a Friday because there's actually some real bargains out there. Now, it's worth saying that Jason does this completely for free, doesn't take any commission, doesn't do any, he's just running it to help people, to sell whatever they've got. There've been books on there. I bought some books last week off it. There's been some really good pigeons on there, some real bargains. And like I said, the chat group, I've put the link to the chat group there now. Now, that's not going to help folks that are not watching in the chat group. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and put out, I'll try and put the link out on, don't know if it's going to let me do this. For those of you not watching, you're going to miss tonight's auction, but I'm going to send the link out on the other chat platforms anyway. I'll tell you what, I can put social alerts. Give me a second. So hopefully everybody should be able to see that I've just put out on all of the platforms that people are watching on. I wanted to give it a shout out because, like I said, Jason's doing this. He's doing it for no commission, and there's some real bargains on there. Zandy got 2 off there last week. There's been a bit of an issue because it sounds like they've got out the aviary as the guy was getting ready to pack them up. But there's some good. I got some books. I got 28 books on there. Really old books, some old books, and you can see here there's some really nice pigeons for sale. And let's just tune in now to, this is the live auction going on as we speak. Some people would say I'm mad to promote this because 1, it's going on while my show's going on now, and 2, why would you do that? Well, I'm doing it because hang on, we don't need to see other people's. One second. This is. This is the. So yeah, this is the auction going on now, and let's tune into. Let's tune into it. So let's get a couple of.
Here's the last lot from Carl Douglas. There's 2 young birds, blues, ready in 2 weeks. The pedigrees are up the top there, and the parents, and they're right up. Can anybody start? Anybody start us on the bidding, lads, for these 2 youngsters? Nobody starters on the bidding. Right, lads, there's nobody on the bidding, so I am going to move on to the last lot.
And like I said, guys, there's some real bargains on there. You know, for people just wanting to pick a few pigeons up, there's some real bargains up there. Let's see what's going on now.
Right, lads, here's 1 youngster. A blue youngster. It is from Rhino Wreckage, pick up at Mansfield. It's bred round the sapphire pair of Brian Johnson's. Can anybody start the bidding, please? Very well bred youngster here, lads. Anybody start the bidding? Pick up Mansfield. £50, Richard.
So you get the idea, folks, right? You get the idea. There's some bargains there. It's worth you going and checking it out. So I'm going to post the I'll post the link again to people. Somebody's just joined up there. That's probably one of our viewers. And it's a real pain that I can't respond to people. Let me try and do this one more time, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 technical things at once, and I just want to get the link out for anybody that does want to. For anybody that does want to join. So hopefully you'll see that link to join. All right. So yeah, it's worth having a look. All right. There's some real bargains there, but like I said, here's the thing: if you join and you start tuning in on a Monday, I know for a fact that there are 2 people watching this show who are in that auction now, watching it, because I've just seen somebody that I know is watching and also bid. So there's somebody else that's just joined as well. So yeah, go and have a look. Worth doing, but please watch the show and look at the auction whilst you're bidding. But I wanted to give it a shout out because Jason's been doing this now for quite a while. I think the group was set up in March sometime, and it's got some momentum. You get some good lots in there, and it's well worth having a look. All right. So moving back to what else we've got on. the next thing I wanted to talk about was a petition that just came out today. I think it came out today, right? But not sure. It may have come out yesterday. It doesn't really matter. This is the petition that came out. I think it came out today, right? And it's a government petition. You know, you can do petitions on you can do petitions online nowadays easily. And the petition is to increase rights to protect property such as racing pigeons from wild birds. At present, there are significant legal restrictions on how people can protect their property from wild birds. This particular issue for pigeon fanciers whose flocks can be attacked by birds of prey. Now, currently, there are 844 signatures. Let's just refresh that and see if it's still accurate. I want to give you accurate info. Yeah, 844. When I signed it, it was laws around protecting. So yeah, so that's what they're basically saying. To relocate, laws around protecting wild birds should be changed to allow people to take greater action in relation to wild birds that are causing problems, such as damaging property and attacking other animals, including being able to catch and relocate or dispose of wild birds. So I signed it. It was about 300. It's at 844 now. So I am going to share this now the best I can, and I will share all these links after the show again. Sign the petition here. Hopefully you can see that come up wherever you're watching it. All right. Hopefully. Let's see if that works. You should be able to see that come up. So go and sign it. That's 845 now. So we've got another one signed up. It needs to get to 10,000 signatures. All right? At 10,000 signatures, government will respond to this petition. At 100,000 signatures, well, but being realistic, we probably are going to struggle to get that. Petition will be considered for debate in Parliament. But the goal is definitely to get it to 10,000 signatures, all right? 10,000 signatures, which means if 1 out of 2 people who are members of the RPRA in the UK sign this petition, we will get it to 10,000 signatures. If just 1 out of every 2 people can sign this that are members of the RPRA, we will get it to 10,000 signatures, and then the government has to respond to it by law. So let's try and do that, please. Right? I've shared it out. I'll share it after the show, the link. It's a very simple process to go and sign it. It's literally a minute you can do it in to sign the petition. And then once you've signed it, it will take you to a page. Well, there you go. That's when I signed it. Look, I haven't refreshed it. There was 298 signatures when I signed it. Then it will give you the option to be able to go and share it, which, you know, let's do, please. So currently 847. Let's get it to 10,000. Let's take some serious action to get it to 10,000, please. Like I said, go and sign it, and please share it and get as many people one, signing it, and two, sharing it as possible. You'll have to excuse me, it's been one of them weekends. I am drinking a Corona whilst doing the show. And actually, I don't apologise. So if it's unprofessional, I apologise. But the water only lasts so long, and I've had 2 big bottles of it today already. So go and get that petition signed. I've shared it out there. I will put the link to it for those of you who don't have it. People are asking about the WhatsApp link. I don't know what else I can do. Zand, if I WhatsApp you the link, can you go and share it into RPI's page, group, and on my timeline, please? Right, so I'm going to get my able assistant in the next room to share the... hang on a minute. Let's see what's going on here. I am going to get my able assistant in the next room to share the petition link, all right? Let me just do this now so I can get it. It's going up. We just hit 850. Right, I've just messaged Zandy that, so he's going to put it in there. The auction's finished tonight. It's just finished, right? But go and sign up. It's worth a look. It's there's some bargains in there. There's some definite bargains. And Zandy's just going to share it out now into the various channels that you're all watching on. For those of you watching on, yeah, put it in the comments, please. For those of you watching on YouTube, I will try and share that now on there as well. So that's done and boxed off, and everybody's got it. Sorry, folks. This is why we need a producer to do all of this schnizzle for us. 1 second. I just want to get it out so everybody's fair on YouTube as well, because we have people watching on. We've got, what do we got? We got we've got 10 people watching on YouTube, which is great. Thank you for people watching on YouTube. And then we've got 67 people watching in total as well. So thank you. Let me just try and get this shared out in YouTube, and then we can move on. So I've been fair to everybody. Everybody that wants to see. So I'm got in danger of hearing myself, which I don't want to hear. And I'm adding a public comment on now. So I've just signed I've just shared the petition on YouTube as a comment, and I am sharing the link now to the auction as well. So that's all boxed off, and Zandy has just been sharing out on Facebook as well. We've got nobody watching on Twitter, so that doesn't matter. Great. Okay, so that's that. So go and get the petition signed, and go and check out the WhatsApp group if indeed you would like to. As I said, some nice, honest birds, and as I said, I'll show you some of the books I picked up earlier last week on it, and people sell some equipment, some fancy pigeons on there, what have you. So yeah, I just wanted to give it a shout out. Talking of the old books, I'll move on to that in a minute, but what I will do is let's read some comments, because I haven't read any comments for ages. Right, so somebody said, all right, let's catch up on comment. Sorry, guys. Mark Paddock says, hi, everyone. Susan Lamb says, thanks for the DVD, Mark. For any of you that missed that, hold tight because I've got something else I want to talk about that. Jack Lavender Pigeon said, in my opinion, 50 quid to pensioners and what is not for you could always try and inform the owner and let them know where the bird is and feed it up, and most make it home. Fair point, but a lot perhaps don't. And I agree, 50 quid is a lot to a lot of people, and it's a lot of money for Australia. Czech cock dropped in, this is Ian Holder, so Czech cock dropped in 3 years ago from Ireland, reported it, the owner was over the moon to get it reported and sent it back. When he got back, he had phoned to tell me that it had ate first. Just got to show even good birds make a mistake. Absolutely. Kyle was sharing with me last year some of the results that some of the strays he's rehomed have gone on to get, and it's amazing. Stuart Maloney says this show has just gone to the dogs. Well, stop watching, Stuart. There you go. That's my advice. Johnny McWhirter is watching. Callum Maloney's watching. Soren Dudu's watching. And Jack Brocklebank's watching. Ray Kennedy's watching as well. Mosaic Cavey Stud says, talking of old books and magazines, there are some for sale on LMR at the moment. That's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Stephen O'Brien said, are those birds bred off strays he's got in at the centre? No, Stephen, they're his own stock. Tony Hughes says, hi mate, I've got some old books, 1971-73. I've got, the oldest I've got here is 78, but I was speaking to a friend of mine who said he's got books back to the 50s, and I love these old books. 1971 Squirrel's book as well, Tony says. I have signed it. Lorraine says about the petition. Barry Rogers says yesterday. Diane Davis has said signed and shared. Cheyenne Martin, Sean Crocker. I've got subtitles up on Facebook, I'm being told. As somebody else has said, that's not me. That's Facebook doing new stuff or whatever they're doing. New testing with. Dan Davis says, thanks for promoting the petition. No worries. Mark, what about the older generation? This is from Chris Mead. What about the older generation that have not got a computer? Is there a paper version they could share with my club members? That's a good question, Chris Mead. I will have a look into that and let you know. I don't know the answer to that. But I will let you know. BBC Boxing, what's the petition about? It's to it's a petition to start allowing the removal of wild birds, including birds of prey, that harm other birds and livestock. Stephen O'Brien, what's to stop a lad signing a petition 10 times under a different name? In theory, nothing, although that wouldn't be very morally right. In theory, nothing if they had 10 different email addresses to do so. Rhys Jones has signed up, thank you for that. Talking about petition, look at the PM I just sent you, Stephen says. Stephen just sent me. Stevens has sent me this, which is interesting. A friend of who's a bird ringer, it says, sent me a picture and has collected from across the UK from peregrine sites. Wow. So this is that. I'm going to try and show you this to the best of my ability. That is a jar full of pigeon rings. Obviously, every one of them rings represents a pigeon. That is a collection of rings collected from peregrine sites, peregrine nesting sites. That is absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Wow, that's horrible. It just shows you how bad things are. That's really terrible. What else have we got? Unknown has said, geez, look at that lockdown haircut, but I don't know who it is. Oh, that was Dawn. Yeah, it is a lockdown haircut and a half, and it's not very friendly. But hopefully within about 2 weeks it'll grow back to where somewhere near its normal. Right, so auction stuff, petition stuff, all signed and shared. Yeah, so these are some of the old books that I got from that auction I was telling you about earlier. So this is a 1980s squirrels, and I love reading through them because it's fascinating to me. Actually, one of the books had got an original advert from George Bushart in it himself, and this is a 1980, and now I remember the Glovers because Mr. Glover was at one point the editor of the Homing World. This is 1980, the Glovers, Ravenston, Leicestershire. And, you know, when you look back to some of the birdages, like this is, let's look at this. This is an article about a double combine winner. And let's look at the birdages in here. You look back at some of the birdages in here, and they're just amazing, unbelievable amount of birdages back then. And then, you know, this is like 40 years ago. So I really like these old books. This is one of the oldest ones I've got so far. 1973, the yearbook, and you know, we've got an article here from the Derbyshire scene back in 1973. Times were very different then, and British Barcelona club advertising back in 1973, and a lot of good write-ups. I really do love reading through these old books because I tell you what it also does is it reminds you that all these strains of pigeons, they all come from the same initial strains, you know? It's like I was telling you about Gigastanka, that Gigastanka in Romania that I went to see, who's a long distance ace of Romania. His whole family was based around one Bushart cock. His initial nucleus of his family was based around one Bushart cock that then started creating his family. This Bushart cock was found on a ship, and it was a British GB wrong pigeon. It's fascinating, really fascinating. You know, yeah, really, really fascinating. I'll catch up with some comments in a minute. Now, last week I gave away copies of this DVD. Copies of this DVD, The Ultimate Widowhood System. And it's everything you need to know about racing widowhood cocks. I thought I'd given away all of the DVDs that I have, but I haven't. And I have 3 left. I have 3 more DVDs left. I gave away and dispatched on Thursday last week the ones I thought I had, all the ones. And I've got 3 more left. I've actually got 4, but I'm keeping 1. Because despite what some may think, I'm actually quite proud of this. I'm proud in a way. I'm proud of the quality of work that I did on the presentation and everything. So I'm actually keeping this 1 just for my own thing, but I have 3 more up there that I found when I was sorting through more stuff. So first 3 people to claim it, you can have it. Stephen O'Brien wants 1, Lorraine Butler wants 1, and Ron Garrett wants 1. That's it, gone, all done. And I'm sure I haven't got any more. So that's that. Oh, I have this 1, but I will keep this 1 because I am actually very proud of the DVD and the work that I did on it. Anyway, so that's that. They're all gone now. I've been, no worries, Lorraine. I've been reliably informed that I own the online version of the DVD. For the record, I don't have any more of these physical DVDs, apart from this one. I won't have any more of these physical DVDs. And I'm nothing to do with the physical DVD moving forward, right? So if you want a DVD, a physical DVD, you can't get it from me and you're going to have to go elsewhere. But I was told that I have the online version of said video. It's exactly the same. Lorraine Boller, just private message me on Facebook if it just the guys that when I say guys, right, that's not an insult, by the way. I've spent too many years in the States, and everybody calls people guys over there, whether they're guys or girls. So the guys and girls who got the DVD, just private message me your address, and I will send that out to you tomorrow by first class mail for free. I have been told that I own the online version of that DVD. And as you may recall, 2 weeks ago, I offered it for free. So I offered it for free. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago, and I had people take me up on the offer, and they just went to Racing Pigeon International and went and downloaded it. I now own the online version of said DVD. So for now, I may change my mind down the line, but I may not. For now, I am still continuing to give the online version, the one that you can go and watch online, funnily enough. I'm still continuing to give that away for free. So if you want to go and get the online version and it not cost you a penny, all you got to do is go to the shop on racingpigeoninternational.com. racingpigeoninternational.com, all lowercase, all one thing, racingpigeoninternational.com. Click the shop link and you will see the online version of that video, and you just have to put in your details, and instead of it saying it's 20 quid, it will show you it's 0. And you click that, you click the buy button, although you're not going to pay anything, and then on the next page you'll see download your product. You'll click a thing and it will open up a page that gives you a link to be able to go and download the video. Any questions or issues, let me know. But for now, you can go and get the online version of this DVD completely for free, because that's the kind of guy I am. So there you go. We already had loads of people go and get it, so go and do it. I'll put out a link on the thing afterwards to show you exactly where to go. But if you just go to racingpigeoninternational.com, you can go and get the online version of this. And the information in this DVD is actually very good. I have to say that because it's true. But I won't be selling or involved in selling the online the DVD version, the physical copy anymore. You will have to go elsewhere for that. I own the online version of this DVD, and I will be continuing to give that away for now. So go and get it. That's that dealt with. Right, let's catch up with some comments. Stephen O'Brien says, thank you, no worries. Lorraine, yes, just PM me your address. Ernie Jones, you can burn a copy. I can't do that, Ernie, because that's actually infringing copyright and infringing the deal that I've been told I am doing. And I was told last week that I no longer own the physical DVD, but I own the online one. Now, if anybody wanted to go and make a copy to play it on their DVD player with the online version, there's nothing I can do to stop them. But as I own the rights to the online version, I am giving that away. And if you haven't got the ability to watch it online, but whatever, you can do that. I hope that makes sense. Wooly, you got it online for me, but it buffers a lot. I'm glad you said that. If you go back to the link, I don't know if you messaged me for the link. I have a new link to a new version of the video, which is a lot smaller. The quality's still there, but it's a lot smaller, because actually the link that I gave out initially was the big full production DVD version thing, which was massive. And there's a web version of it. So Wooly, if you just message me and I'll send you the link to watch the web version of it. Ernie Jones, go to racingpigeoninternational.com and just go to the shop, click the link to the DVD. You'll see exactly the same DVD cover here, and you can go and download. You just fill in a couple of details. The shopping cart will show 0. Click the buy button, although it's 0, you're not paying anything, and you'll get access to it. Will I be covering any live broadcasts this year, Stephen O'Brien? I hope so. I know there are a few events I definitely will not be covering. But I hope to be covering some events. I hope that I'm still go to Portugal and cover those. And I hope to be covering People's Lofts and other such events. Yeah, I hope so. So we'll see. But I definitely won't be covering one event, if not probably 2, that I covered last year. So be it. But yeah, so we'll see. But I really want to. I have a peculiar way of holding that DVD. I don't know what you mean, Stephen. I have no idea what you mean. How else would you hold the DVD? Anyway, so that's that. It's good that racing started. I think I actually think it's good that we're racing old birds, because people I didn't expect that to be happening. What's going on here? Zandy's got his young birds nicely settled. There was one that was a little bit underweight that we separated for a bit, and we fed up and it's all come really nice. He's nice. So I'd be interested in people's opinions on how long they keep young birds in for. Right. So the thing with Zan's young birds he's got about 18 young birds now. But the difference is he's had them over different periods of time, right? So they're different ages. So the last young birds he had only came in last week. But he's also had young birds in there for 4 weeks now. So I'd be interested in what you would do, when you would let them out. A couple of the ones he's had in for 4 weeks were older. They'd had a couple of little knockarounds the garden from who sent them. But yeah, I was thinking 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Lorraine. But I'd be interested in people's opinions. Like I said, they are different ages in there. So, but he's desperate to get them flying out. But I'd be interested in people's opinions. Like I said last week, just because I do the RPI show and because I've been interested and in love with the sport and racing pigeons, and I love pigeons of all kinds, for now over how long? 32 years. Doesn't mean I know everything. And I know, like I said last week, the sport and the practicalities of keeping pigeons have changed massively since when I kept them as a kid. And I did for a short period of time keep some in 2016 and 2006 actually, but it didn't last very long for various reasons. Nothing to do with the pigeons. And but the difference then is when I had them in 2016, I had all the young birds from in one go, and I kept them in for 2 weeks, and then that was all good, but different time. But I know keeping racing pigeons now is a very different ballgame to 30 years ago. So, the idea that I don't know how to fly a kite and I don't know anything about it, it means that what I said last week, I shouldn't read comments while I'm talking. I don't profess to know everything. I am on a learning journey, and I'm going to use this platform to help learn, because guess what? I am like many other people. If you're new coming in or you're a novice, you want to learn as much as possible, and that's what this is about. It's about people sharing, and that's fine. I'm good at what I do. I do the marketing, the promo, this online stuff, and what have you. And that doesn't mean that I'm professing to be an expert. Let's catch up with some comments. Stephen O'Brien's laughing at me, but I can understand why. Lorraine Butler says 2 weeks. John Glemser says he has a 1988 Racing Pigeon Facts. That would be cool to look at. Kevin Glover's watching. John Glemser says 2 weeks and get them out. Neil Gibson's watching. Simon Woolley's watching. Thank you for that. Stephen O'Brien says, Mark, I'm finished breeding and I have a kit of 6 young birds, all related to pigeons that scored. If Sandy's interested, free of charge, get them started. Thank you very much, Stephen. I'll tell that to him. That would be great. Andy Pereira's watching, saying, my young birds never went out till the eye changed. We put coloured rings on them. Lorraine, yeah, we've done that as well, Lorraine, as well to help. I put them on the trap now. Tony Hughes says, John Gletch says it's yours. I will mail it to you. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Really nice. Thank you. Andrew Walton says, I got mine from Gary. He's now talking about the DVD, folks. Andrew Walton says, I got mine from Gary, and the best thing is you can call him anytime, night or day, and he will tell you everything because he's the backbone to the DVD. I am reading your comment now, Andrew Walton. I don't disagree that his knowledge is the backbone of the DVD, Andrew. And I'm very glad that you paid him for the DVD and the knowledge. And it's true that I'm sure if you buy the DVD, you get access to Gary and his knowledge anytime you want. But I no longer, I've been told I own the rights to half of this DVD. I have been told I own the rights to the online version, so therefore it is my prerogative what I do with the online version. And that's why I'm choosing to give it away for free, because despite what some people think, I'm not all about the money. And I think to share this information, yes, people may not be able to go and contact Gary with questions and answers, but to share the information on the DVD now, as I've been told I only own the online rights, I think that's a good thing for me to do. So yeah, I've never said the content information in this DVD is anything more than good. It's very good, and yeah, so I hope that helps and clarifies. Get them injected as soon as possible. Susan Lamb. Barry Rogers is watching. John Glebsey, you're a star, mate. I know I've helped you out with packages and stuff but to the States, but thank you. That means a lot. Really nice. Thanks very much. Yeah, so that's it. So what else have we got to talk about? I hope you're happy, Andrew Walton, that I've read your comment now. I was going to read it out. I wasn't ignoring it. I was doing it in order. So yeah, that's that. It's funny, you know, there's a lot of different people in the world. There's a lot of different people in society, but in more, there's such a massive cross-section of people in this sport. And that's good. Andrew Walton is still talking at me. You can't answer any questions. People would ask, why would people ask you? Because you know F all about pigeon racing. People aren't, I'm not telling you people can ask me about the DVD. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I'm giving my online copy away for free. And I know more than the average person on the street about pigeon racing, but I have a lot to learn, Andrew. And like I said, I know from when I was racing when I was a kid that the racing is very different to how it used to be. And I'm on a learning curve together with my 16-year-old son as well. So I don't know what you want me to say. What I don't get, Andrew, I seem to have this every now and then. I don't get why the hell you're watching me. Why are you watching me? If you don't like me and you think I know F all about pigeon racing. I've never said I know everything about pigeon racing. What I've said is I know how to promote things. I know how to market things. I know how to go online live. Things that not many other people are doing to help promote this sport. I know how to promote one-off races and double their interest despite what people think. I know what I know and what I'm good at. And I've never said I know much about modern pigeon racing today. But I'm out to learn because my 16-year-old son is joining with me. He's going to start racing. I'm going to focus on the one-off races, and that's that. So I hope that helps. And you like my haircut. Well, I don't, but thank you. I'm sure that was said tongue-in-cheek. Stephen O'Brien says, what's the top right photo behind you? It looks like an Irish proclamation. It's actually the lyrics to a song. One of my favourite artists ever, Frank Turner, actually dominates this wall. It's a song, lyrics, mate. And Stephen O'Brien, I'm not biting. Or trying not to. Scott Barron, I will get some more pictures of the loft, yeah. So yeah, I will. So, like I was saying, Carl Douglas says, sorry Mark, been busy on the auction. Somebody's kindly bought Zandy another white youngster for him, mate. So, two for you now. Cheers, Carl. Yeah, I actually saw the WhatsApp coming in from the guy that bought it for him, so thank you. He was bidding against me eventually, but anyway, thank you, Carl, and I will be in touch, mate. And I did read out your post earlier on in the show. Like I said, there's many different types of people in society, and even more, there's more of a diverse section of people in the sport. And it's true to say that a portion of people in the sport don't like me for whatever reason. And I'm all right with that, unless it starts affecting my family, which it has done over the last few weeks and months. And in the 15 months or so that I've been doing RPI, I like to think that I've tried my best. I've looked to do too many things, and there's some things that I said I was going to do that I haven't done. But intention is everything, and my intention has been to try and bring a new element to bringing the sport up. And the different people involved, there seems to be a whole element of people that for whatever reason don't like my approach, don't like me or whatever. And for a while it bothered me. All I've tried to do, like I said, is help people and promote stuff and what have you, and bring things forward. But I've come to the conclusion that I'm no longer trying to change people's minds. The events over the last couple of months, some of which have been horrible, my car being blown up 7 weeks ago, and a load more hassle. I mean, I've had a lot of hassle over the last few weeks, which I'm not going into. Some want me to give up, but that ain't going to happen. I'd be lying if I said, a few times I thought, well, what's the point? Why don't I just go and fly some pigeons in the garden, let Andy race his team, and just enjoy it? I went out there yesterday after a particularly hard weekend, if I'm honest, and I said to Gabby, I said, I'm just going to go and spend 15 minutes with the pigeons, because I do genuinely love it. It calms me down, it makes me relaxed, and it's a nice thing. And I have occasionally thought, what's the point in trying to change a group of people or a sport that doesn't want to be changed? But that's me tarring everybody with the same brush. I'm a big believer, Stephen, yes, you can be cheeky. I've piled it on in lockdown. I wish I could. Well, I would gladly transfer some of this fat to you, Stephen, if it's possible. I will say one thing. The haircut does add a couple of pounds on to me. It does. But it's true. I confirmed by Gabby. I have got to become a porker over lockdown. It's too much chocolate. And I'm not a drinker. I don't really drink. But I found myself, especially after doing outside work, drinking more beer, which I don't really do, to be honest. So, yes, you can be cheeky, Stephen. I have piled some on, and I desperately need to lose this fat face and stomach. You are very valid in what you say, Stephen. Andy Pereira, does Andy need to watch a DVD, the quality he has in the loft? Andy Pereira sent Andy some amazing young birds, and you're right. Lorraine Butler says you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you. You're doing more than most ever, John Glemser. Thank you. And like I said, I have thought, as my granddad would say, balls to it, which I don't think is swearing. Why don't I just go and enjoy the pigeons and that be it? Because for somebody that's been back into the sport and trying to do what I've been trying to do for 15 months, I have had so much hassle and rubbish from people that a lot can't imagine. But then I think, well, I am good at what I do. I'm good at promoting and marketing and all that stuff and thinking outside the box and bringing stuff up to a new level. And my level of thinking is such where I'm always thinking of what can be done. And that combined with my genuine love of pigeons, I think, you know what? No. Just because the 80-20 rule is reversed, normally in society, 80% of people are nice and lovely and 20% are not. Some would say in certain circles it's reversed in this sport. But the thing is, for every idiot that I've met 2 nice people as a result of it. And it's those nice people that over the last couple of months have come out. People like Andy Pereira. People like Terry Luscombe. People like somebody else that doesn't like to be mentioned. And that's why it doesn't matter what happens, I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing. My car was blown up 7 weeks ago last Saturday on my driveway. Most people know about it. I've had other hassle over the last few days, but I'm still here doing the RPI show, and I've still got plans, and that's that. So I'm going to combine the love of sitting out there with the pigeons with doing this stuff and wanting to do some of the things that I've talked about in the past. And that's that. And instead of trying to change people's mind, I'm just going to work with the people who want to change. That's that. Right, so we've got more comments. I've got one more thing to talk about before we go, but let's catch the comments. Stephen O'Brien says, I suffer bad depression. I mean bad. I'm my own worst enemy. Then 15 minutes in my case, I try to spend as long as I can to get away from things with birds. It's mad. It takes you to a different world. I come out of the loft in a different person. Absolutely, Stephen. That's bang on. I'm really peed off with Facebook when they closed my other account down, that they closed the Pigeons for Mental Health. I'm going to still try and get the page back, but absolutely. It helps. Yesterday, I'd had enough. I went out there for 15 minutes, looked at the young birds, studied them, spent time, sat down in there with them. Amazing. Loved it. Fed them. Great. Tony Hughes, good one, mate. Thank you. Okay, 1 second. Second, I'm trying to get all the comments. See if we can get the comments. Can't see some of the comments people's posted. So whatever. Sorry for the people. I don't know the German that was posted. Sorry, it's not translated for me on here. And Stephen O'Brien says, P.S. My neighbour calls me the yo-yo in and out all day to the lofts. That's great, Stephen. It really is. Andrew Walton. Why are you using your son's name to gain support? Just be honest that you can't. Andrew, just go away. Stop watching my show. Stop giving me hassle. My son's genuinely interested in pigeons. Has been since Blackpool 2015. I'm not using my son's name to gain support. I'm doing this stuff with him. Just go away, Andrew. Please, stop giving me hassle. Go away. I'll find a way of blocking you, then you go away. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen, for the comment. Stephen O'Brien, I would have killed someone, but not for the bird, Andrew Pereira said. Exactly, it helps. Mosaic Cave said there would never be any change in anything if it wasn't for people like you. Swim to the future, don't drown in the past. I think you're great. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Makes loads of sense. Yeah, okay, that's not entertaining. Let's not entertain that idiot. I'm going to figure a way of blocking the guy from watching because I've had enough of listening to him. Right, one last thing before I go because it's 9:30. God, I'm looking at myself in the camera. I really have put some pudding on. I need to get rid of this fat face quick. I mean, yeah, the hair might put a pound or two on me, but blimey, it don't put 10 pounds on me, does it? It's horrible. Yeah, I will find a way of blocking him. I don't know which channel he's coming on the Facebook one, but anyway, I'll figure it out. I mentioned last week that I'm launching something new with the, quite frankly, horrendous week I've had behind the scenes. I haven't managed to do it. Mike Feeney is watching, a great guest to have him on a Brilliant Ambition Clock and Bus. I'd love to have Mick Feeney on. I'd love to have Mick Feeney on. Unknown, because I can't see who posted it. Mark, how do you put up with this crap people throw at you? Makes my blood boil. Take care. Because you know what? I say, what am I going to do? Give up and make these low-life scumbag idiots win? Not a chance. See, here's the thing, folks. In my 45 years, I refuse to be bullied. Can't bully me. You can do anything. You can blow up my car. You can mess me around. Do whatever. Refuse to be bullied. And I refuse to let other people get the better of me. So that's it. That's why. Anyway, let me tell you about this. So I was planning to launch something new this week. It hasn't happened because I've had other stuff going on that's took my time and not good stuff. But anyway, as some people know, I've got RPI auctions, which is like it didn't start at the right time last year. I'm still planning to do it. It'll be a commission-based thing, chargeable commission for people that want big, fully blown, promoted, marketed auctions. But it's always struck me that there's never been a way if you look at eBay, right, and then you look at Gumtree, I think they're international. I think they're definitely in Europe. If you look at Gumtree, why has Gumtree grown so quick? Because it's free to place a listing, and then you can pay a little extra fees to promote your listing and stuff. And since I started, the idea of RPI auctions is to become, an auction site that charges commissions and have the in-room live auctions together with the online auctions and fuse the two together. And that's what RPI auctions can and will do. But not everybody wants to do an auction, a big blown auction and have all that. People just want to be able to, like we saw in the WhatsApp auction, which is why I like it so much, sell a few young birds, sell the odd stock bird, some equipment, a loft, whatever, anything ad hoc. And it's always been a puzzle in my mind how to do that. And obviously there are ways for people to be able to sell an odd bird or two, or sell all of them. But I've been trying to think of something different, and I've played around with various classified type systems, and none of them have really worked well, if I'm honest. So what I'm trying to say, but not very well, is this. I will be launching in the realistically next 10 days, pigionads.com. Dead easy to remember, pigionads.com. pigionads.com. And there'll be some really big differences with it down the line. People will be able to have shops on it, businesses will be able to have shops on it and stuff, and that'll be chargeable. But here's the thing. For anybody to list some pigeons on there, some equipment, whatever it is, pigeon related, and it'll be fancy pigeons as well, not just racing pigeons, there'll be category for fancy pigeons as well. Pigionads.com will enable anyone to list anything pigeon related for free, completely for free, just like you can do on Gumtree. Over time, there'll be a few little extra things you can pay a couple of quid to do if you want, once the thing's up and running properly. But it's the ability to be able to go and sell an odd young bird or an odd stock bird or some baskets or some equipment or your loft or whatever it is, completely for free. And that's what Pigeon Ads will do. Like I said, I should have launched it today. I haven't launched it due to various reasons. But that's what I'm going to be doing. And it will be a truly international site. It will be translated anywhere in the world. We'll be able to list, you'll be able to see, there'll be a wanted section in there, but it will be a way of people being able to list their stuff completely for free, and we will promote it. And then over time, we'll offer the ability, like on eBay, you'll be able to do a fixed price, or you'll be able to do an auction, right? We will charge no commission on the auctions. And this is for people that want to sell an odd bird or two. Like I said, RPI auctions will be like if you've got a big sale and you want it promoted and you want the full thing, that's what RPI auctions will do as other ones do. But the added bonuses will be doing free, we'll be doing live auctions and in online auctions fused together. That's my kind of vision for that. But Pigeon Ads will be for people that just want to sell an odd one or two or whatever it is, or equipment or whatever. And it will be for free. You will be able to list it for free. And we'll be promoting it using all of my promotion stuff and in the papers and whatever, and that'll be it. That's what I should have launched today, but realistically in the next 10 days it'll be launching. If you're interested in learning more, let me know, but you'll be able to list stuff for free, which is why I had no problem in telling you about that WhatsApp auction that happened, because Jason there's doing that entire thing for free to help other people out. That's what we'll be doing. As I say, down the line, businesses will be able to have shops in there, and that's how we'll earn a few quid out of it. But if you're watching this now and you've got something to sell, you'll be able to sell it completely for free. And I will be doing that, launching it very soon. So that's it, folks. It's 25 to 10. Thank you to almost everybody that watched. And I really appreciate it. And I will catch you next week, 8 o'clock, here on RPI Live. the lockdown is easing to a degree. Good luck if you're racing in the forthcoming week, and I will catch you very soon. And by the way, the people that wanted the DVD, just PM me, like I said, and I'll get them out to you tomorrow. And if you wanted the online shop, the online version of the DVD, I will put a link into that as soon as I've had some dinner on the comments wherever you've been watching this. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Have a good rest of your night.